Show, we are reconnecting you now.
Come on, y'all. And it's, and it's going down now. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be okay. Then it won't now. Yeah. Daily Go Get a Business Show all up in your area, y'all. Power Monday. Yes. You know why? Because it's the daily go get a business show. You think it ain't when it is? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. Do this thing. Taking off fast lane, no coasting. And everything is going to be all right. We do this thing on the Power Monday night, all right? So tonight on the Daily Go Get a Business Show, we talking about what it takes to like yourself in 2022. What it takes to like yourself in 2022. Now, this may sound like I'm just belly aching, complaining, or even sympathizing with people who have been complaining about how life is lately. But it does seem that a lot of people are really struggling to like who they are these days, to like what they are these days. And it seems like the opinion of other people weighs so heavily on whether somebody likes the way they look, likes who they are, and likes the way that they affect other people. And I don't know how much that has changed from the way it was before, but it does seem to be more severe these days. So we're going to get into it. We're going to take some strong looks at it and try to figure out how we do this thing called life now. So let's get ready to do it, y'all. Yeah, it's the daily go get amazing show. So yeah, like men, even though men seem to portray themselves as being self-assured and like they got it going on or whatever, the question I have is, can a man really appreciate himself and expect to be appreciated by other people if he doesn't have a lot of money, or if his financial situation isn't straight in some type of way? Can a man be confident these days if his pockets ain't straight? Because it seems like more than ever, the amount of money that a man makes these days will decide whether he thinks that he's handsome, desirable, attractive, or whatever. Now, that's not to say that the same bum type dudes who have been mooching off of everybody like they God's gift to the world don't still exist. But it seems like they exist on a different level now. It seems like everything exists on a different level now. Can women who don't have a fat ass and big titties, I know that I promoted that enough. I mean, I could be part of the problem, but I didn't start this, and everybody doesn't watch this show, so it can't always be about me. But when you look at the amount of cosmetic surgery that's being put out there these days, can we honestly and openly say that most women like the way that they look? When we look at all of the accoutrements, all of the decorations that our women put do to themselves, give to themselves, place on themselves these days, and the pressure that they seem to be under, whether it's self-induced or whether it comes from somewhere else, can we honestly say that most women out here like the way that they look organically? I mean, when I see online women, okay, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get into a video that I saw earlier today. I don't know if some of y'all have seen it. But it got me to thinking, and it got me to thinking about whether what we are doing out here nowadays is what we should be doing. Are we moving forward is our mind moving forward in the direction that it should be based on our love or like we ain't gonna talk about our self-love. We're gonna talk about our self-like, because I think it may be it may be possible to achieve self-love without self-like. Then again, it may not be. But I want to hear from y'all. We're going to get into this thing, so let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752 with this your daily, the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show. We do this every single day, every single day, every day. Every day it rains, every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. Every day it rains, and the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. This is the Daily Go Get a Business Show, all up in your area on this Power Monday. I'm feeling like a real man should, and I hope y'all feeling like real men and women should also. So we're talking about what it takes to like yourself in 2022. Y'all have to admit that we see a whole lot of crazy stuff going on out here. Is it just the internet, or is it some of the things that we see in person? Are the things that we see in person influenced by the internet? It's quite possible. But you know, in our struggle to just go ahead and be and just do our thing or whatever, I'm not sure if the thing that we're doing is even our own thing anymore. Do we even own our own thing? Is our own thing, or is it a thing that we took from somebody else? Are we doing somebody else's thing? Are we doing somebody else's thing? What does it take to like yourself? A minute ago I was talking about self-love. Now, self-love is one thing. Self-love is, I think that self-love is the thing that motivates you to keep going. Self-love is the thing that allows you to show your face out there in the world. Self-love is the thing that will help you make yourself important in some type of way. Self-like is a little different thing. Self-like is when it kind of goes towards our ego. Now, I'm not saying this is, y'all know I don't have a clinical approach to this kind of thing, but this is just what I'm observing based on what I know a little bit. But self-like seems to have something to do with your ego. Self-like is like when you're able to compare yourself to somebody else and feel like you've come out on top. Self-like is when you can say, yeah, you might have that, but I got this. And believe me, I got it like this because I got it like that. Self-like is the thing that will keep you from being jealous of somebody else, envious of somebody else. Self-like is the thing that will make you happy with what you got. And it seems to be a hard thing to come by these days. Now, is it just me? I don't know, because it could be. It could just be me observing something that's not there. Maybe I'm not seeing what I think I see. Maybe I don't know what I think I know. Maybe I'm not in the area where I think I am. So I'll look for y'all assistance when it comes to that. I mean, I want to know. What does it take to like yourself? If you look around the general public, your environment, do you see a bunch of people that seem like they like themselves? Now, I'm not talking about the person that runs around here acting like they all this, that, and the third. Because I think that a lot of times those people are really just putting on the dog. I think that those people are just pretending. I think that those people are faking it until they make it. Because that's not what self-like is really all about. When you like yourself, you conduct yourself in a certain type of way. You portray yourself in a certain type of way. There's a certain type of energy that you give out there that people see. Now, sometimes it can come off as a little bit arrogant. Sometimes, I know I've been accused of it. That's why I say that sometimes it can come off as arrogant. But anyway, but one thing is undeniable is when you like yourself, it seems genuine. It seems genuine. You may not make a lot of time for the BS when you like yourself. You may not involve yourself in a bunch of different different wars and meaningless competitions and the back and forth and all of that kind of stuff, because you're not going to make time for all of that foolishness, when you like yourself. So we're gonna see what it's hitting for. We're gonna see what it's hitting for. What's going on, T Carry? Right, morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Wow, she about to turn it out. And Carol Chamberlain, my friend, mi favorita. It's always great for me to see ya. And Stacey White, thanks for coming through. Good to see you tonight. Everything is all right. And Tori 2200. And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, and do your thing, max and chill. Tori 2200 says, self-love for me is living in my authentic self. My own hair, nails, body, my choices. I make it work. I make it work in personal life. I make your choices, you make it work in personal life. But to me, that has more to do with self-like. To me, those sounds like self-like choices. You know what I mean? One thing about, I think, when you like yourself is that you don't feel a need to change yourself a lot. When you feel like you like yourself, like, why would you need to change something that you like? If you really think about it, I'm just keeping it above. When you really think about it, our expectations for everybody else and everything else that we like, we want it to stay the same. So how can we say that we like ourselves if we're constantly trying to change ourselves? Now, change can come in many forms. We need to keep it a buck when it comes to that. Change can come in many forms, and we don't have the ability to stay the same. I understand that. I understand that. But when we talk about the changes that a lot of people make, the changes that they make in their appearance all the time, and it may not be things that we would consider to be an upgrade. Now, it's like we get a lot of mixed information out there in the form of what we physically look like, because we'll tell somebody who doesn't have a quote unquote body that they should still like themselves, they should still love themselves, and that they're still beautiful. And that may be true, all of it. We'll also tell somebody who weighs 400 or 500 pounds that they should love themselves. I'm not so sure if we're doing the right thing when it comes to that, because for me, I think that it would be hard to like myself if I knew that I was practicing a lifestyle that was so unhealthy that it was going to take me on up out of here. Not only would it be taking me on up out of here, but it would be unhealthy for the other people that had to carry my body. And that may be me taking it to the extreme, but really, when you think about it, look at it like that. If I know that I have to lose 200 pounds just to get back to a normal weight, then I can't accept that the weight that I am is okay. I don't care if I can do some of the things that other people who don't weigh as much as me can do. Big deal. A dog can do some things that a cat can do. A cat can do some things that a bird can do. A snail can do some things that things that are faster than a snail can do. It's not a big deal that you can imitate something, but what's going on the inside. And when you like yourself, you like what's going on the inside and the outside. Loving something is one thing, because you can love something that you're obligated to love, like a brother or a sister or another blood family member, whatever. But you might not like them, which means that you'll avoid them. Family functions and things like that. If they're going to be there, I ain't going there, because they always bring a whole lot of drama and chaos and all of that. And I'm not really with all of that. So I'm not going if they going. I love them. If they really ever needed me for something, if they ever got any trouble, if anybody messed with them, I would be there to defend them. But other than that, I don't really want to have a whole lot to do with them, because I have to mentally prepare for when they come around. I love them, but I don't like them. when you like something, you gravitate to where they are. Oh, such and such is gonna be there, then I'm there. I wasn't gonna go, but if such and such is gonna be there, then I'm good. I'm coming. That's the difference between love and like. You know, you may love your career and hate your job. You may love your career, love what you do, but hate the people that you have to do it with. You know, so liking something is strong. So when we talk about liking yourself, how can you say that you like yourself, but you're trying to look like somebody else? Now, I'm not going to get deep into, women in weaves and the whole European image and all of that kind of stuff. And the only reason I'm not going to get into all of that is because I ain't gonna say all black women, but most black women who wear weaves and wigs and all that kind of stuff, they're gonna tell me that that's not the reason that they wear them. It don't have nothing to do with white women, and blah, 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 blah. They're gonna tell me all of that. I get it. I get that they don't really get it, and I get it that people who try to tell people that all the time may not get it either. Because when you really think about it, even the European image that we may be portraying in our weave and wig selection, like white women don't always look like that. There are plenty of white women with short styles, you know what I mean, or that don't get their hair done. They don't do their hair. You know what I mean? They're plenty, so I can kind of see it from both sides, but nonetheless, it's something that we have to deal with. The same way that I'm going to tell y'all about a video that I saw earlier today. The video that I saw today was a woman. She had her hair was undone, uncombed. It was just, to me, it was what I would call a mess. It was natural hair, but it was a mess because she didn't comb it. Just because you have natural hair, just because you wear your hair natural, just because you don't comb your hair or do anything to your hair, natural shouldn't mean ungroomed. It should just mean that's the hair, that's the hair that grows out of your head. That's all it means. It doesn't mean that you don't have to comb it. It doesn't mean that you don't have to style it. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't do anything with it. But so her hair was like that. She didn't have any teeth. She didn't have any front teeth. Like all of this was missing. You know what I mean? And she had on like a shirt where you could see her underarms. She had all this hair on her underarms. And she was talking all this shit about, people telling me that I'm ugly and all of this, but y'all just scared. Y'all just scared to get on the internet without filters and weaves and wigs and makeup and all of this kind of stuff. So on one end, I think she was correct, because a lot of women are portraying themselves to be something different than they actually look like in in person on the internet. I think she was wrong in that. Listen, just listen. Women with body hair and all that kind of stuff. I can't say that I have a big problem with that. But don't put all of that. Don't do all of the. Don't go all the way against what people think is unacceptable, or don't try too hard not to look like something just to look like something. But she did say that she has false teeth and that she puts them in sometimes, but she wasn't putting them in for that video and all of that kind of stuff. So I'm like, all right, listen, I get the message that you're sending, but I'm not receiving the message that you're giving. You know what I mean? Because no, you don't have to look like what you were looking like. You don't have to look like you just got out of bed. You know what I mean? Like not having teeth is a result of either bad dental hygiene or a bad accident. You don't naturally not have teeth in the front. People are born, well, they're not born with the teeth, but the teeth grow and something happens to them. That's it. But teeth are necessary. we got to eat. If you don't have teeth, it's very hard to eat, even your front two teeth. So, I was taking a look at that, and I was thinking, like, you know what? We always have to take things to the extreme, and that really, to me, that really shows that we don't like ourselves the way we say that we like ourselves. We don't have to be extreme like that. You don't have to show. You don't have to strip all the way down in order to send a message to anybody. You don't have to do that. You can comb your hair. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are plenty of. Listen, I'm not a big fan of dreads, but the dreads that I do like are when people treat their dreads like, like they still have to do their hair. It's your hair, it's your natural hair. But I don't see anything wrong with like dudes getting a shape up or something. You know what I mean? You got the dreads. I don't mean you should be woofing all down your back, looking all crazy, beard unshaped up and all that kind of stuff. Man, shake that shit up. Stop looking all crazy. Now, I do think that some men try to get a little too cute with it. I'm like, for all of that, man, you might as well get a regular haircut. Like, you got dreads, and you can still see that barber chalk line. I mean, what are you doing? What we doing, son? What we doing? You know what I mean? And women that I know that get dreads, the ones that have the dreads that I like, they still style the dreads. Like, sometimes you can't even tell. Like, oh damn, she got dreads. Shit, I ain't know. From far away, you can't even really tell. It just looked like she had long hair, long natural hair. But there's nothing wrong with doing your hair. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. That's a human thing. Shoot, even some animals do their hair. Cats do their hair. When you see they be, I mean, we can say that they're cleaning themselves when they do that, but to me, it looks like they laying their hair down. That's what it looks like to me. How we know they're not laying their hair down? I talked to Crystal. She told me, like, yeah, sometimes I'm cleaning myself. Sometimes I'm not dirty. Sometimes it's just, you gotta make sure, you know what I mean, I'm looking straight out there in the crib. Like, in the crib? Yeah. But, I got a little boyfriend outside. He come by my window. I want him to make sure you see me looking all right. You know what I mean? I might get outside one day and make sure that I'm straight. Can't be looking like one of them mud duck alley cats. You know what I'm saying? I'm a house cat. I live in a house. So what it takes to like yourself in 2022. It seems like so much of what we may like about ourselves, or our ability to like ourselves, is so steeped in other people's opinions or about who we are and what we should do and what we should look like, or what we should have or what we should be doing. I brought up earlier in the show men feeling like they're attractive when they have money. I mean, a lot of men out here really think that their whole attractiveness, their whole ability to attract women or to get respect out here is based on how much money they have. So you mean to tell me that all of y'all 5-figure niggas out here can't get no love and respect? Dang, man. What we doing? What we doing? What we doing? It's getting real out here. It's getting real. By the way, if y'all would like to call into the show, I invite y'all to call in. And the number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's a number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shot. Press number 1, and that will let me know that you would like to speak, and then I will call you out by the last 4 digits of your telephone number. You can rock on and do the damn, do the damn thing. This is the Daily Go Getimism Show, all up in your area. Power Monday, and we're talking about what it takes to like yourself in 2022. So can a man truly like himself, think he's attractive, think he's worthy, and has worth in 2022 if his pockets ain't bulging, if his bank account ain't stretching, if his career choices are not developing in a way that's going to give him all of the financial freedom? Is a man's self-image in 2022 based on his bank account or his pockets, the depth of his pockets. Now, you could say that that's not a 2022 thing, but I think the pressure is a lot more now. I think the pressure is higher. The same way that I feel like women are under a lot of pressure in order to go out there and get BBLs and breast implants and all of this kind of stuff. You know, they doing all kinds of things to their face. Now, it's not as extreme as somebody like Little Kim, but we can start there. We can start there when we start talking about the body image. The body image. You know, women these days seem to be obsessed with the self-body image. And that self-body image doesn't seem to have anything to do with the body that they have. You know, one of the hardest things to do in the world is convince somebody that's good looking that they are good looking. If they don't believe that they're good looking, that shit is hard. That shit is crazy hard. You know what I mean? It's like you talking to a brick wall. Like, what's really good? Like, baby, I'm not lying to you. You look great. Nah, you know, they might accept it as a compliment, but you know, they basically blowing you off. Have you ever been with somebody that doesn't seem to value your opinion of what they are, how they are, and what they, you know, what they mean to you or anybody else? But they'll take the rest of the world who doesn't even know them personally. They'll take their opinion. Have you ever encountered anybody like that? Have you ever been around anybody like that? Have you ever been exposed to anybody like that? Have you ever had the displeasure of having to deal with that type of situation? Have you? Have you? Well, I have. And it's not an easy thing to deal with. You know, you're trying to empower somebody that is hell-bent on disbelieving you. Like, what you say about them or how you see them doesn't seem to matter to them. And that's disheartening. And not only that, but it can even feel a little demoralizing. Here you are, the complimenter, and they telling you that your compliments, although they're thankful for them, they don't believe you. They don't believe you. Somebody else who is not associated with them in any way weighs heavier in their opinion of someone that you know than somebody that they actually know. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough as hell. So what do we do? What do we do? And where is this coming from? You know, we can't in order to cure a sickness, we have to identify the origin of the sickness. Other than that, we'll still have to deal with the sickness. You know, look at COVID-19. Here it is, 2022. COVID came out in 2019. And we're still dealing with it because we are absolutely sure of where it came from and what we need to do in order to stop it. Not only that, but there are other factors that are involved too, but we're not going to get into that tonight. Body self-image. You know, you online, you see all of these chicks taking ass pictures. Everything is with their ass. That's crazy. Ass or cleavage. Cleavage or ass. Titties hanging out, ass sticking out. Titties hanging out, ass sticking out. Titties hanging out, ass sticking out, titties hanging out, ass sticking out, ass sticking out, titties hanging out, titties hanging out, ass sticking out. I said ass hanging out, ass sticking out, titties hanging out. I said titties hanging out. Yeah, I can see them, John. What the hell is going on? The ass is kind of booming, but yo, there might be room for you to still look good without the ass lighting up the hood. What's good? What's good? What we doing? What we doing? You know, and then you'll deny that that's what you're using to attract men, or you're not setting they'll say that they're not setting a thirst trap. They just like the way they look. Come on, don't lie. What do you think this is? What do you think, everybody's stupid? Now you want to insult everybody's intelligence? But what we doing? What we doing? What we doing? All right. All right. Let me see. Stacey White says, I like the changes that I'm going through. That's what's up. So it says, although it can be easier said than done sometimes, liking myself is being comfortable in my own skin, despite where I am on my journey. I understand that. Stacey White says, I like my hair and I try to look like nobody but myself. That's what's up. Um, One thing I was saying in the description of the show is that you have to do some self discovery in order to start liking yourself a lot of times. Self discovery is finding who you are, but also finding how you affect other people. That's self discovery. And there are a lot of different ways that you can discover yourself. But once you find yourself or discover yourself in that way, you'll be like, oh, well, now you can understand why people react to you in certain type of ways, or fail to react to you in certain types of ways. It can actually make life a lot easier for you. But it seems like in today's society, it's making people a lot is making things a lot harder for some people. They're looking for a self that they aren't really that they're looking for a self that doesn't exist.
90 seconds.
They're looking for a self that doesn't exist. So you're looking for somebody that looks more like a porno star or an exotic dancer, and you're not an exotic dancer. And many people who are exotic dancers don't have, they don't really have the body that they look like they have. I mean, we are sewing ourselves
60 seconds.
a body. I don't know. Listen, we doing a whole lot of things with surgery that we're going to eventually have to pay the piper for later on. But what's making us do it? At least with an exotic dancer or some type of entertainer, they might be getting money. They eating off of that. It might be bringing in the money today, taking away from the money later on. Okay. All right. Let me see. Nara says, imagine being a four-figure
10
brother
seconds.
getting unconditional love. A four-figure brother getting unconditional love. Um, I don't see why it's not possible. I mean, when it really all comes down to it, you could be a six-figure nigga and not giving anybody anything. So what's the difference? What's the difference between not being able to give somebody something and not being willing to give somebody something? Everybody else still ends up with nothing from you financially. The four-figure nigga might be willing to give. The six-figure nigga might not be willing to give. He might be willing to attract, like, look, I got money, 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 money. But when you go to get some of the money, he's like, I ain't got no money for you. I did that to get the bitches. You know. But why wouldn't a four-figure nigga be able to be proud of himself? One thing is for sure, if you're a four-figure nigga, you have nowhere to go but up. Because down, there's only so much farther you can go. The ground is very close for you. But the ceiling is high as hell. But what about the other things that are going on for you? I'm glad you brought up unconditional love, though, my brother, because I don't even know if there's a such thing as unconditional love. I don't know. I think all love has some conditions to it. Like, I love you. I mean, I love you deeply. I've loved you like I've loved nobody else. As a matter of fact, I love you more than everybody else. But if you start whooping my ass, it could change things. It could change things. If you start if you start teasing me and insulting me and humiliating me and making me feel really bad about ever seeing you, and you make me feel bad about even when I'm by myself, I'm probably not going to love you that much anymore. I have conditions. Have conditions. If I see that you treat everybody else that I love like shit, why would I love you? I don't know. I don't know if I would be able to love you in that situation. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with conditional love. We just have to respect, as long as the conditions are respectable. Let me just say it that way. Stacey White says, I don't use filters in my pictures, maybe one time. Tori asked what I'm drinking. This is my smoothie drink called colon ream. Now you might see it like a little that brown stuff. That's actually echinacea. I got this powder echinacea. As a matter of fact, hold on. Put y'all onto my drug stash over here. Put y'all on my drug stash. I get this. I get my drugs from my favorite drugstore, aka my herb store, Wayne Avenue Health Food Store, 5007 Wayne Avenue in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19144. 5007 5007 Wayne Avenue, Wayne Avenue. And so I put all of this stuff in my colon ream. This is, oh shit. Hold on. Hold on. This is black seed. As you can see, it's written on there, black seed. You know what I'm saying? Got me a healthy portion too. And you can get the black seed, you can get it in the seed form like this. You can get it in the oil form, or you can get it the ground up form. I like it like that. Turmeric, I put this in the colon ream. Great for inflammation, you know what I'm saying? Put that in the colon ream. Chlorella. And this is the stuff that I had. This is echinacea. Y'all might know what echinacea is, but it comes back. I had a good bag of this, but this is the stuff that I use to put in the colon ream. And you don't have to put it in your smoothie. You could put it in. You could just put it in water and drink it that way. I choose to put it in my liquid food, and it keeps me it seems to keep me pretty healthy. But my people at Wayne Avenue Health Food Store, they take care of me all the time. I've been going there for years. They're very knowledgeable about what all of the herbs do. They have a lot of stuff in there. It's a very, very good herb store. So they have that personal touch, that community touch, and they've been serving the community for 3 decades now. So I can't front on that. 3 decades, maybe close to 4. They doing a damn thing. So yeah. So if you ever in the Philadelphia area, check out Wayne Avenue Health. Wayne Avenue Health Food Store, 5007 Wayne Avenue. Yes, I will give them free advertising because they deserve it. It's good shit. And it's a black-owned business. I want to make sure that our black-owned business owners that are doing that fly shit, make sure they get the flowers and the money. So yeah, if we're talking about body self-image, like if somebody else determines how you feel about yourself physically, to me that sounds like you're in a little bit of trouble. That sounds troubling to me, and that's not to say that other people should never be able to affect you in any type of way. But when it all comes down to it, You have to make a decision about who you are. If you discover yourself and you discover that you don't like what you are seeing or what's going on with you, it should be because you're not doing the right things. You should not be doing the right things and not liking the right results. Now, I'm now let me clarify that, because I'm not saying you shouldn't like the right results in that what I mean is, if you have planned the things that you want to do in your life and you're doing them, you're putting one brick and mortar, 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 and you're building something. Why would you not like what you are building? Didn't you map it out? Didn't you sketch it? Didn't you do your architectural designs? What's the problem? You know, your image of yourself, or your love for yourself, and your like for yourself should not be based on, well, everybody over here likes the way that person looks, so I got to look like that person in order to like myself. Nah, come on, man. We can do better than that. You can do better than that. We can and we must do better than that. We can and we must do better than that. We can't do it like that. So, what it takes to like yourself in 2022, at some point, we're going to have to compare what everybody else likes about ourselves versus compare that to what we like about ourselves, and find out if we really like ourselves. Let that be your self-discovery. But if you're doing the right thing, you're not hurting anybody. You actually are trying to help people out here do the right things and build something, build a bridge, tearing down the gaps between eliminate the separation, between the negative separation between you and other people. Why would you not like what's going on with you? Why not? So let's get it popping, man. All right, we got to get on up out of here. I hope that I did this topic a little bit of justice. I tried. We do have time constraints and whatever, so I got to get on up out of here. But we're gonna do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 18th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special, because they are special, because they are special, because they are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They are SPECIAL. They get the RESPECT. They get number one out the box, Yanika Crawford. Happy birthday to you. And also Tamara Morris, turning 55 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Tamara. And Zai Love, happy birthday to you, Zai. And Princess Faulkner, turning 40 years old today. 48 years old today. Mad. And Lynn Gordon, turning 54 years old today. And Mark Warren, turning 61 years old today. And Sheila Mays, turning 56 years old today. And Sheila Mays is raising money for the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. Good cause. And my girl, Patricia Sankey, happy birthday to you. And Michelle Williams, go get her. Michelle Williams, turning 51 years old today. And last but not least, go get her and my cuz, turning 38 years old today. Wait, 36 years old today. Oh, youngin'. My girl, Jessica Crenshaw, aka Jessica Games. I want to say happy birthday to all of y'all and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious July 18th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on it, do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours. And remember, man, listen, body self-image, trying to like yourself in 2022, what you gonna do? You gotta allow yourself discovery, but it's gonna be all right, my brother. And you'll see that I want you to learn yourself and like yourself and love yourself, and everything will start to put itself in the places that it's supposed to be, and the life looks better for you, you'll see, and the future starts to lighten up, stop being dark. You got to do this shit once you get that spark. All right. Peace to my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death, resuscitate y'all, I love y'all right back to life. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all share the show. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. It looks like we only need 2 more subscribers before we get to 1,000. That's what it looks like. 2 more, two measly, weasley, eeny, meeny, miny, Mosley, teensy, weensy, itsy, bitsy. We just need 2 subscribers, 2 essential subscribers before we make it to 1,000. I would appreciate it if y'all would go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And we will be back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I want y'all to have a great night. It's hot and muggy out there today. So be careful. Make sure that you stay hydrated. You know what I'm saying? So this is how I said. This is how it's going down. We going to do it right now. I see y'all tomorrow. Don't beg or borrow. Yo, it's gonna be all right because I said so. Make sure that your shirt never stays red. So that means that no bullets in your body, no stab wounds. It's going to be okay. So you keep building, you keep guiding. Everything's going to be okay when you're sliding through. I'm going to do what I have to, and I want you to do the same thing too. Not exactly in the same way, but make sure that it turns out and every good thing is going to be a better day. All right, y'all. So let me get Blog Talk on up out of here. Get Blog Talk on up out of here. All right. Peace, Blog Talk.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Yes. And for my YouTubers, you know just how we do. But thanks for coming on through. See you on the other side, my boobers.